Hello, everybody. As we begin 2021, it is important to reflect on the events of the year 2020. 2020 provided the opportunity for us to observe and demonstrate acts of kindness and courage while persevering through a tough year together. Community is more important now than ever, and community is what sets Chesapeake Beach apart. Thank you for checking in on your neighbors and taking the measures required to stay safe. Our theme for this year's State of the Town is Protect, Preserve, and Proceed. The Town Council unanimously took the necessary measures to protect the health and well-being of residents by restricting access to town amenities while continuing to expand service levels. The town continues to review and implement legislation to preserve our small town charm and proceed forward with innovative ideas to improve the quality of life for citizens while making a positive impact on our natural resources. The Town Council staff and I welcome you to the 2021 State of the Town Address for Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. Before I share the progress of the town over this past year, I want to share that these efforts would not be possible without the hard work and perseverance of our town staff. We are positioned well and look forward to continuing to serve the great citizens of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland in 2021. Thank you.
Hi, Chesapeake Beach. I'm your town administrator, Holly Wall. This year, the State of the Town Address is before you virtually. This effort is consistent with our goals throughout 2020 to ensure that we continue to provide you with information and make it as easily accessible as possible. Even though we're not able to meet in person, we value the ability to provide you with this information directly. Please note that at the end of this State of the Town Address, there will be a link to the full document that citizens can review in full detail. We hope you enjoy this presentation and thank you for your trust in 2021. At the start of the pandemic, the Town Council passed an emergency resolution allowing for temporary procedural modifications for conducting town business. During this time, the town took the opportunity to strengthen our ability to reach town citizens through multiple forms of communication. Public engagement increased with ease of accessing public meetings virtually. These are measures the town plans to continue even as restrictions are lifted to provide both in-person and virtual connections between elected and appointed officials and the citizens of Chesapeake Beach. During this period and even today, we have such a great strength within our communities. An example of this strength and compassion was seen in the neighborhood of Chesapeake Village. Organized by a local family, the community gathered to post words of encouragement for healthcare providers, first responders, and emergency personnel. To protect residents' ability to safely vote, the Chesapeake Beach Board of Elections hosted many options for safely casting votes in the town election. A virtual candidate forum was held in coordination with the Calvert County League of Women Voters. A new page was created on the town website to provide vital information to citizens related to voting and provided additional transparency with candidate financial disclosure forms available for public view. To protect public health while maintaining access to town-funded amenities, the Town Council adopted Resolution R-20-3, which restricted access to the Chesapeake Beach Water Park and Bayfront Park. The water park was restricted to town and county guests only, and Bayfront Park was restricted to town guests only. These restrictions provided local safe enjoyment for residents. Safety measures were implemented to include virtual training for staff, mask requirements, electronic registrations to manage attendance levels, online food ordering to decrease lines, and COVID contact tracing. We are happy to report that these measures provided local employment opportunities for 180 employees. We're even happier to report that there were 0 COVID incidences at the park in general for the entire season. Of our employees employed for the year, Chesapeake Beach residents accounted for 44% of those, and Calvert County residents accounted for 55% of those. To protect the interest of our local businesses, the town developed a new page on our website to communicate resources from state and federal agencies. The town coordinated with county and state to hold an informational virtual webinar, which local businesses were able to ask questions related to funding opportunities. The town developed a temporary outdoor seating application process to assist businesses with safely expanding outdoor seating options. Essential services continue to be prioritized by maintaining 24/7 emergency call operations for all critical infrastructure in town. Working through staggered shifts to limit staff exposure, essential employees continue to serve the citizens. These vital services continue to be priority, protecting the essential assets of the town. With over 50 miles of water and sewer lines, over 2,300 water laterals, over 2,300 sewer cleanouts and laterals, maintaining 3 water towers, 13 sewer pump stations, 1 stormwater pump station, and 17 generators. Our Chesapeake Beach Water Reclamation Treatment Plant operated efficiently, again with 0 spills, no violations, and no incidences, achieving all permit levels. 2020 was an important year to ensure that all citizens of Chesapeake Beach are properly counted in the Census 2020. The town achieved a higher self-participation rate this year and was recognized by the state of Maryland and the county. A higher response rate provides that the town receives the proper funding for critical services such as schools, road repairs, emergency response, and hospitals for the next 10 years. Safety improvements were completed at the Route 261 Harrison Boulevard Limerick Lane intersection at no cost to the town. These safety improvements provided additional travel lanes and turn lanes. The second maintenance dredge was completed during this administration in 2020. The image shown on this slide is the DNR survey after the 2020 maintenance dredge was completed, ensuring the channel remains open for commercial and recreational access to over 5,000 boaters a year. The federal dredge and jetty wall repairs are currently in the planning process and expected to bid by the federal government in the fall of 2021. The town implemented the Housing and Livability Code, conducting inspections this year for the first time. 57 residential rental dwellings were inspected and 37 licenses were issued. The town continues to preserve the tax savings offered to town residents, as well as continues to decrease debt and expenses while increasing services. This year, there was a reduction for the 4th year in a row of property taxes, debt reduction of $575,000 in 2020. Total debt reduction during this administration is $4.1 million. $1.9 million reduction in expenses in 2020. And there's an expansion of services offered to town citizens, including increased yard waste collection to now take place year-round, as well as additional bulk collection days of service. Preserving our small town charm could not take place without our code enforcement. Code enforcement has continued to rectify issues in town with great speed. In 2020, the town officially acquired the deed to Kellum's Field and the parking areas associated with the field. The image shown highlights in blue the area that the town acquired. The parcel is 7.25 acres of land with a 2020 assessed tax value of over $2 million. Thank you to the county commissioners on their partnership with the town to make this acquisition possible. The town also preserved several assets within public spaces this year. Some of the notable upgrades are LED lighting upgrades within the Kellum's complex, as well as upgraded signage with maintenance-friendly material for a clean and clear appearance. The town also has several vintage lighting displays that were renovated and upgraded to ensure that they last for many more years to come. In terms of preserving our environment, some of the notable accomplishments for the year would be adding 150,000 oysters directly to the bay through our Sea Box program, adding 15 plus oyster reef balls to the bay, and observing an oyster hatchery at Abner's that will provide spat for the Chesapeake Beach Oyster Cultivation Society, also known as Sea Box. In terms of education and outreach, the town hosted the 3rd annual community mural project under the leadership of John Bacon, chair of the Sea Box program, and in coordination with Beach Elementary School and Windy Hill Elementary School. The Green Team also planted several buffer gardens or rain gardens within the public spaces of town to provide further education on the use of buffer gardens or rain gardens to improve the quality of stormwater runoff before it reaches Fishing Creek and the Chesapeake Bay. The Opioid Abuse Awareness Coalition had an active year and adjusted their delivery in order to meet the social distancing requirements by offering virtual outreach sessions paired with awareness methods such as Light the Beaches and hosting the 1st annual Health and Wellness Fair. The Opioid Abuse Awareness Coalition raises awareness about the opioid crisis and educates residents about substance abuse disorders, removes the shame surrounding this health crisis so people seek help and get support from the community, and connects people in need and their families with available prevention, recovery, and support services. Proceeding forward, we are excited to speak further with residents as we finalize the master plan to improve safe walkability and cycling in town. The town held several outreach sessions to gain public input on walkability and a master plan. The town held virtual sessions using new technology called Sandbox, where residents were able to interact directly by placing comments and sliding them onto the draft plan, allowing them to identify what they felt should be a priority project. Additionally, public comment was captured at several locations in town. Proceeding forward, the town approved the zoning permit for the new Beach Elementary School and will continue to coordinate with Calvert County Public School on the project as it moves forward into construction. A factor in our coordination with Beach Elementary School is the safe routes to school. The town received grant funding from State Highway Administration to complete a 30% design to add sidewalks from Beach Elementary School to the south side of town at Chesapeake Village, and from Beach Elementary School to the west side on Old Bayside Road. The town is now moving forward with 100% design and construction and hopes to fall in alignment with the new construction of Beach Elementary School. The Planning and Zoning Commission held several public meetings related to the comprehensive plan update currently underway and expect to have a draft plan completed in the summer of 2021, shaping our town for years to come. Also proceeding forward, the town will focus on stormwater management planning, taking into account sea level rise within our coastal communities. Improvements will continue to be made to update aging infrastructure. Also proceeding forward, the Kellums Complex will play a priority focus for the town, with plans underway at the Miller Loveless Park at Kellums Field to add a low-impact senior area, revitalize tot lot, shade structures, and green space. The town received the award of funding in 2020 in the amount of $50,000 towards this revitalization project. Thank you for your trust, Town of Chesapeake Beach. Again, we look forward to continuing to serve you.